Right, we're going to look at operations of functions. So we can add, subtract, and multiply functions. You can even divide functions just by following simple processes, and it may or may not be a little bit complicated. Best way to look at it is how I sort it out. So consider the functions f and g are defined by f of x equals the square root of 4 plus x, and g of x equals the square root of 4 minus x respectively. Form the rule of the sum of the f functions, f plus g, setting its domain, and sketch a graph. Alright, so best way to do it is you firstly sketch the two graphs. So I'll use blue for f of x, which is shifted by -4, like that. And then g of x is the negative version starting from 4. So I'll use orange for that. And it goes that way. Okay, then when you're adding functions, what you need to do is you need to grab a ruler and then look at it as a vertical line. I'll use the green. You can do it as different sections across. Then you look at the different points and you add them by length. So what I mean by that, it might be easier if I take this particular part as an example. This section has that height, then this section has that height. Imagine stacking this on top of a section. This then becomes approximately this height. So that's the point we're going to put down. And I'm going to rub it out so you can see. So that's how we get that height. If they're the same point, just simply double it. So it goes up to here. If they're a little bit lower, make it a little bit lower. Notice that one's a 0, so I'll be on the point. And same with this side. So then you have a function that looks like that and that. Then in terms of stating its domain, it's where f and g intersect, which means I've actually drawn this wrong. Sorry, I have to be really careful with this. F and G only intersects between -4 to 4, so then the domain of f plus g is from -4 to 4. Alright. Part B. Form the rule of the product f, g, and then state its domain and range. Do the same thing. Sketch the two graphs. We know what they are now. Oh, that's a bit crooked. Try that again. Alright. So remember, it's only where they intersect as well, which you can see above. So it goes from there to there. And when you're multiplying, you have to remember bigger numbers times smaller numbers actually make it smaller. And then if you multiply by a 0, it becomes a 0. So this is a 0, this is a 0. And then the one on the top here where they intersect, where do they intersect? That'll be 2, so 2 times 2 is then 4. So then it should look something like that. Because remember, you're multiplying each of the numbers. Like I said, grab a ruler, put it across, and see what you get. and then that's a 4. So then domain for this one is the same as the previous one, -4 to 4. And then the range, you can see it goes up to 4, so then it goes from 0, 4. Alright, so again, just make sure you add the coordinates. Now, when you add the coordinates, see how this time we have some negatives? Let's come back to that in 1 second. So that's 0, so that's on the point. Oh, maybe I should use a different color. Let's try this color. So whenever there's 0, when you add it, obviously you get whatever the other number is. And then 4 plus 2 gives you a 6. That's there. Again, right by the line. Stack that on top of that. And it'll be the same on this side because it's symmetrical. And you have it joined up to here, on this side. Now, see how the negatives actually get bigger than the positives? That means this will actually follow and go down negative, like so.